wanted to cover how to become a professional content sniper in 2026. So, um, before I even begin answering the question how, um, I wanted to address the question why. Well, you see, guys, if you create just content and you look at your content and you're not getting very good results, it could be a continuous problem. It could be a horrible problem, and you could literally have the same problem for many months, weeks, heck, even years if you don't solve it. And for me, it took about 2 years to figure out how to solve it and solve it. It has to do with metrics, discovering, looking at the statistics, looking at metrics, and systemizing my approach to sniping content. Now, this was once I solved that, it was smooth sailing for me. I started seeing retention rate increase. I started in many of my videos. Once I started using systemization to snipe content correctly, I started seeing more people saving content, reaching out, just more transformational progress, something that I just haven't seen earlier, because earlier it was more like I just create content and I keep going. I don't really care about anything else. So if it's you like that, then what you need is a very good content sniping strategy that will get you out of this loop of being a constant process prisoner, not getting results. And if you've seen huge skip rate in your videos, definitely, guys, that's a sign. That's a sign that there's something that needs to be changed. And to become professional content sniper in 2026, you technically need to see what's working out there and recreate it, but in a systemized way where you're not overwhelmed recreating content. And when you do that, keep your brand context in mind because Google, they're adding groundedness and veracity algorithmic changes in 2026, possibly into 2027, which means if you snipe others people content, you can get cooked if you're not being consistent across the board, across multiple social channels. It's called veracity grounded based distribution. This is the latest thing that Google is working on. So keeping that in mind, systemize your content and simply snipe people's content that works, and but stay true to your identity in terms of whatever kind of brands that you're building. So if you have a couple of brands that you're building, maybe a car detailing brand, maybe a towing company that you're trying to build AI automations for, or maybe you're doing some university work in New York, and maybe you have a full-time job somewhere as a cybersecurity full stack engineer, or maybe you have a bunch of pets, cats, or dogs, or whatever that is that you're doing. Stick to that identity. Keep that grounding, is because Google coming out with a score for how content is rated based on veracity and based on your identity. So this way, and they're doing that to minimize AI slop and make it easier for people to realize who is actually doing whatever it is that they're doing versus just AI slop. So that's kind of one of the big things that coming out in Google, by Google. They're actively working with their engineers. If you understand that fact alone, you could already outgun pretty much 90% of your competitors just with that factor alone. So the only thing you're gonna need is content systemization to quickly snap content from other content developers. Hold on a second. So now that you guys understand what Google is working on right now and what they're coming out in 2026, Now that you have that information, then this is like having gold. It's like it's like having superpower. So if you understand that, then your content is going to be systemized, and not only systemized but also going to be grounded based on veracity and based on your identity. So if you're creating content that is AI slap, hoping that it's gonna create an impact, then remember to start changing that strategy, guys. And if you're gonna be creating some AI slop, at least make it a identity aware type of slop in context of your brands that you're building. So that is now the question is, how do you actually create content, and how do you snipe professionally? That's a big topic. A lot of people struggle. For me, it took about 2 years to figure this out. Once I figured that out, it was just, oh my God, it was crazy. I can't believe how much impact I got out of it. And I just did some experiments. I mean, today I went ahead and I posted on Insta just a stupid video that I went ahead and sniped from some psychology 101 related, I don't know, talking head person. It was a female person who was just talking about psychology and all those elements that you need to know. I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna snipe that content exactly like it is, but I'm gonna add my sub hook, that kind of stuff, and see where it takes me. And then I'll take a look at statistics to see, if it really worked, if it's just me or if it's really the wording. Like, what's the difference? Let me go ahead and just test that. I went ahead and I tested it by sniping content from some of the really spicy creators who are just cooking up their brains, trying to figure out the latest news, trying to figure out the best of the best video. I just go in with one push of a button with some of the shortcuts that I whipped out, literally snipe their content and just point the camera at the ceiling, literally just in a teleprompter app, describing precisely with my own voice exactly whatever it is that the other person in their channel mentioned, but with slight addition of my brand in the mix. Because remember, you want to introduce a groundedness to your identity, because that's going to be the top thing that is going to be happening in 2026, later in 2026, maybe 2027. So yeah, it was absolutely bonkers. I just sniped one video today, I sniped another video yesterday. I looked at the statistics and it was night and day. It was so much better than whatever the type of videos that I would be creating typically. Why? Because those guys, those top creators, really just cook so much brains trying to figure out the best content. Instead of you trying to figure out the best content, just snipe somebody else's content. And start off with basic sniping techniques. And I show really basic sniping techniques where you just download a video and from a TikTok or wherever you scrolling in the morning, and from whoever you like, and it just downloads the video, and then basically you run the shortcut that takes everything from that video, makes it into text, and heck, there's a little kind of a button that you could press to dictate whatever extra you wanted to add to mix it up, and it just mixes it up together with whatever the content that you sniped, and makes it part of your brand content. Stupid easy, very easy on the go, no complicated desktop automations of any sort, just runs on your iPhone. I tried it and I saw people saving my videos. I saw people commenting and hitting likes without before doing any of that. I was getting crickets, guys. So yeah, guys, I mean, look, hi, how are you? Hope good day. What's up? Pretty good. I'm about to get a cranberry muffin, guys. So yeah, so basically that's how you do it, guys. That's how you snipe content. I do have those automations if you guys are interested. For my Threads stock subs, it's only $14.99 per month to get access to a subscription. It's called Stack, and you learn how to market on Threads, how to use all those automations, how to snipe content. Yeah, for me, it saved incredible amount of time. Now, it could be also the very same thing for you if you're creating lots of content, but at the end of the day, you just gotta snipe, guys. You just gotta snipe. So